Concrete, the material our engineers and architects all use in order to realize their dreams and visions. Wherever new infrastructures are being developed, particularly in the up-and-coming countries, concrete is the essential building material of our time. The most important basic component for concrete is cement. In order to produce cement, limestone is needed, a raw material that can be found almost everywhere in the world. Our short film will show you an innovative method of extracting and processing this material. Limestone mining in India. At the beginning of the 90s, India's cement requirements increased sharply. Existing quarries were enlarged, and other deposits, like the one here at Madras Cement, were opened up. Madras Cement was the first Indian company to plan right from the start to use Vietcan surface miners in one of its mines. What are the advantages? Well, Vietcan surface miners can cut, crush and load the rock in one work process and with one machine. Drilling, blasting and in-pit crushing is no longer necessary. Thanks to the refined milling technology, Vietcan surface miners produce small-sized material that can be transported directly to the conveying system. No other crushing process is required. The mining area can be mined to its very limits, thus exploiting its capacities fully. Adherence to safe distances, which is necessary when using blasting processes, no longer applies. But on to our technology. The miner's driving force is a 610 horsepower diesel. The 40,500 kilogram operating weight is distributed in such a way that the cutting drum and crawler track can use it to their best advantage to give the best possible production performance. The secret lies in motor management. One man operates the entire production until the loading stage. The mobility afforded by these machines allows for a fast transfer from one mining area to the next. Altogether, 3 Vietcan surface miners, 2100 SMs, supply this cement works with the required amount and quality of limestone. This means that the cement works have access, as and when they require them, to all the different material qualities that they need. India Cement also makes use of the advantages mentioned earlier and has steadily built up its mining operation using surface miners. The surface miner leaves a clean, level and solid driving surface in its wake. Hindustan dumper trucks with a loading capacity of 35 tons are filled in an average of 8 minutes. The experience with the first Vietcan surface miners in India and in other limestone pits in the world was put to full use in the planning for the mining operation. The 2100 SM can work for long periods on a more than 500 meter long sloped milling track before having to turn. So there's very little non-productive time. Working at different height levels of the thick seam, the Vietcan surface miner extracts the required amounts of the particular quality of limestone required. This high cutting performance is still maintained even in this medium-hard limestone with approximately 40 megapascal compression strength. The mining areas are slightly inclined so that rainwater can flow out continuously and in a controlled way. This is an economic advantage that cannot be underestimated in this region with its heavy monsoon rains. It's a well-known fact that in the cement production process, every last bit of moisture has to be removed from the limestone. Good planning and siting of the mines and the cement works mean that India and Madras Cement have achieved short transportation distances. For the operator of the 2100 SM and the truck drivers, the changeover from one truck to the next is a well-practiced routine. Interrupting the cutting process takes just a matter of seconds. Every full truck is weighed before it goes on to the loading station at the conveyor belt system. Let's leave these two model operations now and pay a visit to Dalmia. Here they have something to celebrate. The 20th Vietcan surface miner in India has just been handed over to the client and will then be presented to the guests and duly baptized. All the top brass are present. Vietcan demonstrates support for the Indian subsidiary by the German parent company by the presence of the gentlemen responsible for sales and product support, Messrs. Küpper and Schiem. Vertcon India is represented by its manager, Subhash Nayogi, and the colleagues responsible for customer service. After the friendly words, the Vertcon 2100 SM has to show what it can do. Since the operator has decided to separate the cutting and loading processes, the crushed material is deposited behind the surface miner as windrow. Despite hard banks of limestone with up to 50 megapascal compression strength, the cutting performance is impressive. The milling drum can penetrate up to 240 millimeters deep into the extremely hard rock. The 4 hydraulically driven crawler trucks, which can be regulated, ensure fast progress. On the insides, the rear crawler tracks are covered. You certainly notice the men in the red Vertcon overalls. These service specialists are stationed wherever Vertcon surface miners are in use. They have all the repair and wearing parts necessary for the smooth operation of the machines. Any further spare parts are usually delivered to the particular surface miner within 1 day from Vertcon India's central spare parts storage depot. To the amazement of the guests, after just 1 hour, they have before them 300 tons of crushed limestone. Let's pay a quick visit to Vertcon India in Bangalore. All the sales offices and service stations on the subcontinent are controlled from here. The sales management team and of course the boss, Mr. Subhash Nayogi, control all the company's activities from here.
26.
Every conceivable spare part is stored in the well-equipped depot. The extensive range of stock and the motivated and well-trained employees guarantee that Vertcon surface miners have a more than 80% operating availability. Whatever is needed is available. Clients' machines are overhauled in the efficient workshop and new machines are prepared for delivery. Our employees see to it that the engines are humming and the tracks turning. Let's call on another cement producer. We're now at Ambuja Cement. For this company, environmental considerations played a key role right from the start. State-of-the-art filter plants ensure that the cement production is dust-free. In this remote region in Gujarat, the entire infrastructure around the cement works had to be constructed as well. This is also where the first Vertcon surface miner in India was used. And this was the machine. First used in 1994, when this film was made, the machine had already notched up 20,000 hours. Its performance record and environmentally friendly method of mining were enough to convince Gujarat Ambuja Cement. They have meanwhile switched to using surface miners for their entire limestone mining operation. Today, the company owns 5 Vertcon miners type 2100 SM, which we shall be coming to shortly. These machines accomplish their basic production of limestone. What happens to the exploited mines? Gujarat Ambuja Cement are also keen to involve the region's population. The exploited mines are immediately recultivated. The arable land that the farmers get back is often better than the farmland they were working before the limestone was extracted. Only a short while ago, limestone was extracted from this area too. Now things are growing and flourishing here again. In addition, the farmers can use their tractors and trailers for transportation work. The 2100 SM number 3 loads crushed material onto the trailer in one continual flow. Thanks to the small size of the material being loaded, the light trailers can be used without risk of damage. Just try doing that with the big chunks produced by blasting. Although the farmers' trailers cannot manage the same quantities as trucks or mine dumper trucks, the sheer number of transporters and their zeal make this method of transport competitive. The well-coordinated loading process when transferring from one trailer to the next makes for a good daily production. Just a short transport distance away is the area's conveyor belt loading station. This is where the large and small transport vehicles for the surrounding mines meet. The limestone is deposited and transported via long lines of conveyor belts to the cement works. Production can then commence without any further preparation. Just a stone's throw away, surface miner number 5 is at work. The machine cuts the limestone at a depth of about 25 centimeters. Operating at a speed of 6 meters per minute, approximately 300 tons per hour can be extracted. A 10-ton truck is full in 2 minutes. Excellent logistics are essential if the surface miner's high cutting performance is to produce continuously good shift results. At Ambuja Cement, this all works without a hitch. Our examples show that Wirtgen surface miners have found a firm niche within the Indian limestone mining industry. Let's sum up the most important advantages of Wirtgen technology for limestone extraction. No drilling, no blasting, exploitation of the deposits right up to the limits, ensuring the highest possible cost effectiveness, cutting, crushing and loading with one machine and one operator. The high mobility of the surface miner means that material qualities from different mining areas can be extracted consecutively. Steep and stable embankments, firm site road surfaces for trucks. These features make Wirtgen surface miners pioneers in mining systems. Service and wearing parts at site, central spare part depot and workshop in the country or region, a good Wirtgen tradition. In most other regions of the world, as here in India, we guarantee that Wirtgen machines have a continuously high production rate and operational availability. If you're looking for innovative rock cutting technology in open cast mining, earthworks and rock removal, then you can place your trust in Wirtgen surface miners.